The Wisdom of Mahosada, a story of peace, loyalty, and insight long ago. Before the time of the Buddha, there lived a sage of unmatched wisdom named Mahosada. Unlike those who relied on strength and force, Mahosada believed that true power lay in wisdom, the kind that brings peace without causing harm, and success without destruction. The sage who prevented war at a time when the small kingdom of Videha faced invasion by the mighty king Kulani Brahmadatta. Disaster seemed inevitable. But Mahosada did not raise an army or prepare for bloodshed. Instead, he used strategy. Through careful planning, he arranged for the enemy king's mother, queen, and children to be placed under the protection of Videha. Faced with the safety of his loved ones, King Kulani had no choice but to abandon war and seek peace. Thus, what could have been a devastating conflict ended without a single life lost. The two kings sealed their friendship with a sacred blood oath, vowing never to harm each other again. From that moment, a golden and silver path of peace connected the two kingdoms, a promise that could not be broken years past. The king of Videha married Princess Pankalakandi, and they had a son. When the king died a decade later, Mahosada guided the coronation of the young prince, only 10 years old. But Mahosada carried a promise in his heart. Long ago, he had vowed to King Kulani that he would visit him once the king of Videha had passed away. Though the young king and queen Pankalakandi begged him to stay, Mahosada refused to break his word. A king must have integrity, he said, and a man must keep his promise. With a heavy heart, he left Videha, followed by loyal companions, while the people mourned the loss of their wise protector. Arrival in a suspicious court, when Mahosada arrived in the kingdom of Pankala, King Kulani welcomed him with honor and provided him a grand residence. Yet, he gave him no new title, keeping him only as an advisor. Worse still, Queen Nanda Devi harbored deep resentment toward Mahosada. She blamed him for the past humiliation her family had suffered during the conflict. Driven by anger, she ordered spies to watch him closely, hoping to find any fault. The silent test of wisdom one day, as Mahosada entered the palace courtyard, he encountered a wise Brahmin nun named Beri, whom the king deeply respected. They did not speak aloud, for spies were everywhere. Instead, they tested each other through gestures. Beri opened her palm, asking if the king was generous to him. Mahosada clenched his fist, signaling that the king gave him nothing. Beri touched her head, suggesting he become an ascetic. Mahosada touched his stomach, indicating he had responsibilities to feed. But the spies twisted these gestures into a tale of treason, accusing Mahosada of plotting to overthrow the king. When questioned, Beri calmly revealed the true meaning of their exchange, proving Mahosada's innocence. She affirmed to the king that there was no one wiser. The king's true judgment still, Mahosada wondered, did the king truly trust him? To find the truth, Beri devised a clever test. She posed a hypothetical question to the king. If a water ogre demanded 7 lives, whom would you sacrifice first? The 7 included the king's mother, queen, brother, friend, chaplain, Mahosada, and the king himself. One by one, the king named those he would give up, even his own life, before ever sacrificing Mahosada. He explained others had flaws, disrespect, or caused him discomfort. But Mahosada? He was flawless, wise, and trustworthy. If I die, the king said, Mahosada will care for my children and descendants. He sees the future clearly. How could I ever give him up? The power of wisdom revealed hearing this. Beri gathered the people and repeated the king's words publicly. Behold, she declared, the power of wisdom. A king would sacrifice even his own life to protect a truly wise man. The people came to understand that wisdom is not just knowledge, it is the greatest treasure. It brings peace in this life and benefit in the next. It protects nations, guides rulers, and earns a respect greater than power or wealth. The lesson the story of Mahosada teaches: wisdom prevents destruction where strength would fail, integrity is more valuable than comfort or power, true worth is recognized, even by kings and above all. Wisdom is the greatest protection in both this world and beyond.